What's up, everyone? I am Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. You're listening to Lakers Talk with the sports judge. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I know there's a variety of choices out there, but man, where are my Laker fans at? We got to talk about Lakers basketball, man, because the Lakers won today. They took game one. And it's always great to take a game on the road, right? It's always good when the opposing team can go on the road and secure a victory on the road. That's always a great thing. The Lakers, man, they're underdogs coming into this series, and that's expected, right? For them to be underdogs. A lot of people have them as non-favorites to win this series. A lot of people have picked the Grizzlies to win this series, and it's understandable because where the Grizzlies are seated. But the Lakers, they have star power. They have two of the best players in the league when they're healthy, in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis, I mean, he showed up and showed out today. Uh, there was a bit of a scare. But hey, he showed up and he balled. He balled. He played his game. He did what he had to do to help the Lakers win, and the Lakers took care of business. They took care of business. The Lakers defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 128-112 on the road in Game 1 of their opening round playoff matchup on Sunday. And Austin Reeves and Hachimura combined for 52 points. Now, we're talking about two players who are role players, right? But they outshined everyone else on the roster. They were incredible for the Lakers. It was a fantastic performance from Hachimura. Hachimura had a playoff performance of his life. I mean, he had a career performance. He put up some big numbers. He was hitting shots. He was huge for the Lakers. Austin Reeves was huge down the stretch, late in the game. You know, he started making shots. The shots were falling. And everything was going the Lakers' way, particularly in the fourth quarter and the second half. I know the Memphis Grizzlies, they were shorthanded without Ja Morant. Ja Morant went down with an injury. So, I mean, the game could have been a lot different had he been on the floor. But the Lakers took advantage, and the Lakers won. But I thought the Lakers got off to, even though they got off to a slow start shooting the basketball, they wasn't really scoring the basketball early, but they were doing it on the other end of the floor. They were aggressive early defensively. They got going early, and it was a great defensive effort from the Lakers to start the game. There was a couple of steals, there was a deflection, there was a few blocks, and Anthony Davis, man, let me tell you, he bought the fly swatter today. He bought the fly swatter with him because he was swatting shots left and right, man. And I mean, it was scary for a moment when he was holding his arm. That didn't look good at all. I thought his day was done. And yes, I did rush to judgment. I thought his night was over. I thought we have seen the last of Anthony Davis. I didn't think he would come back. I really didn't. I thought Anthony Davis was done. Because we all know that this man is made of glass, right? He's very fragile and brittle. That's one of the things with Anthony Davis. He's very fragile and brittle, and he can't seem to stay healthy for a full season. And that's been problematic for the Lakers. That's been, kind of devastating for the Los Angeles Lakers that this guy continues to go down with injuries. So that was everyone's fear. I know that was every Lakers fan fear that he wouldn't come back and be strong enough to finish the game. Sure enough, he was ready to go in the second half. And Anthony Davis, man, like I keep telling everybody, Anthony Davis has to be that guy that sets the table for this Laker team. He has to be that guy. He has to be that guy. This is why the Lakers traded for him a few years ago, and this is why they locked him up into a big contract. Because once LeBron steps away from the game, the torch is going to be handed to Anthony Davis, and this is going to become his team, and he will become the cornerstone player. But if he can't stay healthy, the Lakers will get rid of him. So he's going to have to show that he can stay healthy and play a full season. I don't know what it is with his body, and usually it's a lower body injury. It's usually a lower body injury that occurs with him. But man, Reeves, look, now we're talking about someone who was undrafted out of Oklahoma. This guy put up 14 points in the fourth quarter alone. Yes, no, that wasn't a mistake. If you look at the stat sheet, he put up 14 points. He put up 14 points in the fourth quarter. And with 1:15 remaining in the second quarter, Anthony Davis collected an offensive rebound and had the ball tipped out by, I believe it was Jaren Jackson Jr. During that contact, Davis lost feeling in his right arm. He couldn't move it. I sat there concerned, as always. And again, I thought Anthony Davis wouldn't return to the game. Davis returned for the second half and finished with 22 points and 12 rebounds. Now, you guys might have seen the video that I did. If you guys follow me closely, you guys probably seen the video that I did. I posted it to my TikTok. I also put it on my fan page, the Sports Judge fan page. You guys can watch it there too. And like I said, I rushed to judgment. I went based off of my emotions, because I'm a guy that wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm a very emotional Laker fan, and I'm passionate about the team. And so when he sustained that injury, I didn't think there was a point of return. I thought we wouldn't see him anymore tonight. And my biggest concern was that the injury was worse than what it seemed. He appeared to be in some serious pain from what we saw. And I was like, oh man, here we go again. That was my immediate reaction. I was like, damn it, here we go again. Anthony Davis is about to be out. He's going to miss significant time like he's done during the regular season. And, that's been the problem. It's been hard to kind of evaluate this Laker team for the simple fact that Anthony Davis wouldn't be on the floor along with LeBron James. There's times that LeBron James has been absent as well during the regular season. So it was kind of hard to evaluate the team. And I ranted. I said, it was unbelievable that this guy suffered another injury. And I knew it was going to happen. I had that feeling that he would get injured because that's him. That's what happens, right? He's so damn fragile and brittle. When he hits the floor, he shatters into tiny little pieces, and then suddenly the Lakers are walking on broken glass. So his health is very important because he's a vital piece to this Laker team. If this Laker team wants to have a successful playoff run, then they're going to need AD to stay healthy. That's going to be key for the Lakers because the Lakers are not going to survive any series. I don't care who they're playing against. They're not going to survive any series without Anthony Davis. That's not happening. Even with LeBron on the floor and all the role players around them, it still won't be enough to get the job done. They need Anthony Davis to be that guy. Anthony Davis has to be that guy. And again, the Lakers were able to pull away in the fourth quarter, particularly after Grizzlies star Ja Morant suffered an apparent hand injury late in the fourth quarter, and he did not return. He had 18 points in 30 minutes when he exited the game. But again, Davis, it was nice to see him come back. The Lakers medical staff examined him during the ensuing timeout and determined he needed to go back to the locker room for testing. By the time the second half started, it was reported that AD would return to the game. But it, like I said, it appeared to be over for AD. And this looked like another season-ending injury. Yet again, it was like deja vu all over again. Because we've heard this story before. And everyone at halftime was talking about that. So, I mean, that was the big story at halftime, was the status of Anthony Davis and would he return to the game. That's what everybody was talking about. And then you heard Stephen A. Smith during the halftime show. He was going off. He was saying how unbelievable it was. And look, the guy came back and was able to finish the game and finish the game strong. Finish the game strong. Tests were negative. Davis shook it off, returned for the second half, and he continued his dominant two-way performance. Had 3 steals in the game and a playoff career high 7 blocks. Yeah, he had 7 blocks, so he was solid around the rim. Davis' rim protection was solid for much of the afternoon. He even altered at least a half dozen shots. He was absolutely stellar. And he clearly outshined his counterpart, Jaren Jackson Jr., the Defensive Player of the Year favorite on that end of the floor. So, I mean, Davis did everything he had to do. And these are the type of performances Davis has to produce during this Lakers title run. He's going to have to produce performances like this. So now there is a reason for optimism around the Lakers if he can stay healthy. And if you're getting the production from other guys as well, because there was big contributions today. So if you're getting production from Austin Reeves, Hachimura, Dennis Schroeder, if you're getting production from those guys and your 2 superstars are playing at such a high level, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. And what I saw today, man, this looks like a championship team. And that's not me sitting here being a homer. That's not me showing any bias. But from what I saw today, I can tell you that looked like a championship team. It really did. It looked like a champion. They played like a championship team because they came together as a collective bunch. And see, that's what we were so concerned about. And we wondered what this Laker team would be like if they were able to put it together. And they have been able to put it together, right? That's what the big question was after the trade. But it's quite obvious to us now that the mid-season trade and getting rid of Russell Westbrook made the Lakers a better team, a better all-around team. The Lakers are better since the trade. The Lakers have gotten better since the trade. And with the players that they have on the floor, the supporting cast surrounding AD and LeBron James complement their games. Like it complements their play on the floor. So they have been great compliments to them, and it's quite telling from what we've been seeing. But the Lakers have been able to put it together. They have been producing wins. They have looked good, and it seems like the Lakers are peaking at the right time. You could say they're peaking at the right time, right? They chose the right time to start winning basketball games. So it's a good look for LA. It really is a good look for the Lakers. Austin Reeves was just great, particularly in crunch time. This dude is absolutely clutch, man. He is absolutely clutch. He's not afraid of the big moment. He's not scared of the bright lights. And you know what I like about him is that he reminds you of Kobe Bryant. And no, I'm not saying he's the next Kobe, because no one will, there will never be another Kobe Bryant. Let's just get that straight. And Austin Reaves is not in the class of the elites. He is not in the class of the elites. But I think it's a fair comparison because of his personality and because of the way he plays the game, his mindset, right? Look, this guy has the attitude. I like his demeanor. I like his personality. I like his aggressiveness, his mental toughness, his approach on the game, just the way he conducts himself as a player, the way he carries himself on the floor. That's what I mean by him being like Kobe Bryant. So I think that's a fair comparison in a way because of you know how he plays. He brings that energy. He can ignite an offense, and he has that competitive fire and that physicality. He's just a tough dude. He's a tough-minded player, and that's what I like about Austin Reaves. And I think ever since he's been in the starting lineup, he has had an effect on his team and has made a major impact. And he's been the story here in LA. He's been the story here in LA, and he has lived up to the moment, and he has handled the pressure of being a Laker and playing for a storied franchise quite well. You know, this is a franchise with a rich history, and not everyone, like I always say, not everyone is fit to be a Laker. Not everyone is built for LA. You know, it's not a jersey everyone can put on. It's not. It's just not. Not every player is fit or well equipped to be a Laker. You have to be a special player. You have to be able to handle what comes with it. You know, and being a Laker, man, I mean, that comes with the territory. You know, out here, you're going to get heavily scrutinized if you don't perform, or if you don't bring that top level production. You're going to get publicly ridiculed. You know, not everyone's meant to be a Laker. But Austin Reaves, he fits in quite well because he brings that competitive fire. I like his competitive nature. I like that. I like his game. I like his style of play. And then you have Hachimura. What a day he had. He had an incredible day. What a playoff debut it was for him. This guy was fantastic. He was huge. Him and Austin Reaves were huge. They were really, really huge. And I mean, it was the role players who stepped up in a meaningful way, carrying the Lakers offense during pivotal stretches of the game. And get this, the Lakers had 5 players score 19 plus points. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Austin Reaves, Hachimura, and D'Angelo Russell. Dennis Schroeder, not so much. Jared Vanderbilt wasn't really a factor offensively, but they chipped in defensively. This group is shaping up to be one of the most dangerous number 7 seeds in recent memory. And they could, if they play like this, if they play like they play today, they can win game 2. They can steal both of those games in Memphis. If they play like this today, laser focused, locked in, with a sense of urgency, everyone seems to understand their role, know what's expected of them. This Lakers team can easily take a 2-0 commanding lead in this series and travel back to LA up 2-0. Because game 2 is in Memphis, but then the series shifts to LA for games 3 and 4. So the Lakers, man, they got a chance to go up on Memphis in this series. And I can see it. I can sense it. This Lakers team is suddenly playing like this was a championship. This was a championship team today that we saw. And that's not me, again, that's not me showing any bias. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. That Laker team today played with a lot of heart. And the supporting cast was awesome. It takes the load off of the shoulders of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Excellent performance. The Lakers looked really, really good. They looked really, really good. The Lakers, again, flashed their depth in their series opener against the Grizzlies. And the team's non-stars were the ones who helped seal the victory. The Lakers took a 16-point lead late in the fourth quarter. They extended the lead to 16. This game turned into a demoralization. The Lakers alienated the Grizzlies. And see, if you're the Grizzlies, that could be a bit deflating going into game 2, losing like that at the end of the game. That could be hard to bounce back from. But this series is not over. This series still has a long way to go. Hopefully, it's a short series for the Lakers. Hopefully, if the Lakers do steal game 2 and go up 2-0, hopefully they can make this a short series. Because that would benefit the Lakers in the long run if this series doesn't go long. The Lakers don't want to extend this series to a game 6 or a game 7. 5 at the most, because the Lakers are going to need their rest. The Lakers have older bodies on their roster. So guys like LeBron James, who has dealt with injuries this season, and Anthony Davis, who is injury prone, they're going to need as much rest as they can get, because the thing that you worry about is them is fatigue, right? That's the thing that you worry about here, right? Fatigue. And this series can become a war of attrition if the Lakers don't shorten this series. So I think they have that in the back of their minds, that they want to get this series done as soon as possible, that they want to close it out as quickly as they can so they can get that extra rest, a few days of rest before they go directly into the next series. If you're the Lakers, you're hoping that you can shorten this series and that this series doesn't go as long, or that this series doesn't go to 7 games. Because there's times that LeBron is exhausted. Then you have Anthony Davis, who's grimacing in pain. You know, and I mean, that could be taxing, right? That could be very hard for them. So the Lakers don't want this series to extend if they can help it. But either way, it's going to be one long grind. And it's not going to be easy. The Lakers are going to have to earn it. It's not going to be given to them. They have to earn it. And they're going to have to overcome, and they have shown this, they're going to have to overcome the adversity. They're going to have to fight hard each night, play with a lot of heart. It has to be a total team effort. And they have to continue to commit to playing defense, because defense again won that game today. Defense should be key for the Los Angeles Lakers. I feel like when they defend well, they win basketball games. When they defend well, when they defend the three, when they force turnovers, get out in transition, when they're in the fast break, the Lakers, to me, are more efficient. And we saw that today as well. So they need to play like that. But this is a series with great anticipation and enthusiasm. And the Lakers, this Laker team didn't disappoint in game one. They didn't disappoint in game one of their first round series, beating the Memphis Grizzlies. And it was just great. It was Austin Reeves who shined the brightest. You know, he was magnificent in the fourth quarter. That's where you go back to saying that he is absolutely clutch. Absolutely clutch. And then the 29-point performance from Hachimura was the most by a Laker reserve since Byron Scott in 1997. I think I was like 11 or 12 the last time that happened. And then you go back to Anthony Davis, despite the major injury scare, Anthony Davis was the best version of himself when he returned to the floor. He dominated the interior on both ends. What stood out the most was the 7 blocks that he had. So this Laker team, this Laker team can definitely go deep into the playoffs. And what I mean by deep is getting to, hopefully, the Western Conference Finals. Because look, guys, this year the West is wide open. It's anyone's ball game in the Western Conference because the Western Conference didn't really have that team that stood out this season. They didn't really have a team in the Western Conference that ran away with it in the West. There was no team that really dominated the West. So yeah, right about now, any team could win it. Now it's going to be tough because the Lakers got to go through teams like the Clippers or the Suns, and we all know how they fared against the Clippers, right? It was never pretty against the Clippers. It was always ugly all season long against the Clippers. The Clippers basically owned the Lakers this season. They beat up on their big brothers all season long. And it just seems that the Clippers have the Lakers number. It just seems that way. You might have to go through the Denver Nuggets, who have one of the most complete teams in basketball. A lot of pressure is riding on the shoulders of Nikola Jokic, since he is the reigning MVP for back-to-back years, the reigning league MVP for back-to-back years. So, the Lakers won't have an easy path to the NBA Finals. It won't be a cakewalk. It's going to be very, very challenging if they advance because of the teams they would be up against. But the Lakers got a good shot. LeBron James, man, played below his superstar standards. Was it a fill-out game for him? Maybe. And get this. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to come back with a vengeance in game 2. That doesn't mean they're going to win game 2, but they're going to come back with a vengeance. Trust me. Trust me. This is a team that's not going to back down. This is a team that's in for the fight. And this is one of the most young, explosive teams in the league, with one of the game's brightest stars in Ja Morant. I don't know his status for game 2, but let's assume that he plays in game 2. This team is going to be mentally locked in and ready to go. This team is going to be ready for the Lakers in game 2. They're going to make some minor adjustments. They're going to go look at film. They're going to dissect some plays. They're going to see what they can do better. They got a feel for the Lakers now. So it's going to be a different game in game 2. So the Lakers can't let their foot off the gas pedal. They can't let up in game 2. They can't take the Grizzlies for granted. They're going to have to continue to play like they played today. And if they play like they played today, they can win that game as well. But they're going to have to play like they played today in order to do that. You know, but again, today LeBron was passive on the offensive side of the ball, settling for jumpers, not really converting on the ones he took. You know, he missed a lot of shots today. I don't expect that in game 2. I know he has heavy expectations as well, but he did finish the game with 21 points and 5 turnovers in the road win. I felt there was some times he was trying to be too cute with his passes, was a bit too fancy, and they resulted in turnovers. You know, he's gonna have to be better, taking care of the basketball, protecting the basketball. You know, and the Lakers gave Jared Vanderbilt the Ja Morant defensive assignment because he is obviously the Lakers' best defender. I thought he did okay. You know, I thought he did okay. And then despite some early struggles from the field, the Lakers were able to take control early in this game, thanks in large part to some stellar defense by Davis. You know, and again, that's what I'm saying. The defense was terrific for the Lakers. That was huge for the Lakers. And I feel like if they continue to play defense, they will have a great chance to win this series. You know, you look at how they played today. The truth is the Lakers can't win a lot of games playing like this. They will survive a 7-game series against Memphis playing like this. Or even an experienced Nuggets team, a Warriors team, whoever it may be. I think the Lakers have a shot just like anyone else in the West if they play like this. You know, the Lakers are very well in prime contention. No question about it. They are in prime contention. So the Lakers have a chance. And the Lakers, man, they have found their strength, and they have the brains to better navigate through the playoffs. They have everything they need. They have a lot of depth. They have a pretty good bench with quality players. They have the experience with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Because remember, this is a team that won the championship 3 years ago. LeBron James and Anthony Davis was part of that team that delivered an NBA championship. Yes, I know it was during the pandemic. It was in the bubble in Orlando, Florida, but still the Lakers won the championship. They won it. They were crowned the champions that year. And now the Lakers, this is another chance for LeBron and AD to deliver another championship to Los Angeles. And let's say if the Lakers lose, because if they lose this series or if they lose in the semifinals, let's say if they lose in the series, there's going to be some blame to go around, but most of the blame is going to be pinned on LeBron James because of who he is. everyone knows who LeBron James is. So most of the blame is going to fall in the lap of LeBron James. Anthony Davis, people are going to be pointing the finger at him as well. If things go awry, they'll point the finger at him as well too. They won't be pointing the finger at Austin Reeves. They won't be pointing the finger at Jarred Vanderbilt. They won't be pointing the finger at Dennis Schroeder. They'll be pointing the finger at the two superstars on this roster, and that is LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But this win today was very encouraging. It was promising, and that's one way to look at it. That's a great way to look at it, because the Lakers, if everyone stays healthy, they can be a very dangerous and lethal team that no one will want to face in these playoffs. Get everyone healthy. Everyone is healthy. And if they're playing the type of rhythm they're playing in and at a level where they're defending in the most important time of the year, you couldn't ask for a better situation. That means the Lakers are very well equipped to win the whole thing. And they have to give themselves a chance to compete for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And I think they can. The Lakers, if the Lakers continue a fine defensive effort, and if they're able to, make their shots and don't take all these ill-advised shots, hopefully they don't settle for all these jump shots. Sometimes that becomes irritating too and frustrating when they start settling for all these jump shots. Don't settle for the jump shots. Attack the basket, drive, get into the open lane, be aggressive inside the paint, dominate inside the paint, get to the foul line, make your free throws. The Lakers will be all right. But this top-level production from Anthony Davis, he has to sustain that. And he has to be that guy that sets the table for everyone else. Because if he plays well along with LeBron, then others will follow. The supporting cast will follow, and you will get production from everyone else as well. Because those two guys' energy alone is very contagious. And I feel like everyone else will play their game as well. But this was a very, very good win for the Lakers today. The Lakers looked really, really good. They didn't even at times when it looked like the Memphis Grizzlies will pull away, the Lakers responded with some big shots. They played defense on the other end of the floor, and they did not surrender their edge at all. They kept playing. They didn't give up. They didn't look complacent. When they got the lead, they kept playing. That's what you want to see. As a Laker fan, that is what you want to see. This is what you want to see if you're a Laker fan. And that was a good look. It was all around great basketball from the Lakers. It was all around greatness from the Lakers. The Lakers were able to attack the paint more aggressively. And yes, I know that Steven Adams and Brandon Clark are out for Memphis. Maybe that would have been a different scenario as well if those two guys were in action. But the Lakers, were able to attack the paint more aggressively. Reeves, he bounced back once again from his lukewarm performance in the team's play-in. He was more aggressive, finishing strong near the rim. Had a highlight dunk from LeBron James. He even lobbed a perfect pass up for AD, who threw it down. So Austin Reeves again was everywhere, and I mean it was just a great all around game, and they played a clean game from the start. They didn't really turn over the ball that much, and when they did turn over the ball, the Grizzlies were able to kind of shift the momentum a bit. The turnovers opened the floodgates for, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies, but the Lakers were able to secure the victory. Again, great stuff from the Los Angeles Lakers. I think they got a chance. I really do think they got a chance. I really, really think they can go deep. They can make a run here. They got a chance. And I mean, this was a reminder of how capable the Lakers are of being that star-studded team that can put everyone else on notice, right? They could put everyone else on notice. And I will say this, if the Lakers do win another championship, let's just say they win another championship, LeBron James and Anthony Davis particularly would deserve a special place in Lakers history. No question about it at all. And I mean, with all the pieces that the Lakers have now, these guys could lead the Lakers to championship glory. They really can. They really can. And a lot of people might be saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, man. The Lakers ain't going to win the whole thing. Some people probably find this laughable, but look, I'm telling y'all now, the way the Lakers played today, if you saw that game, that was as complete as the Lakers have played all year. That might have been their best game all year. And when you get guys like Hachimura scoring points, I mean, that could be something that he can build on as this series progresses. I mean, this can be that performance today, that was a confidence booster for him. He has to be feeling good about himself. He has to be oozing with confidence now, knowing that he had a 29-point performance, a playoff career high for him. It's basketball season, and you're looking at a Lakers team that is suddenly becoming a dynamic force. It's NBA playoff season, and we're talking about a Laker team that has the most talent. And I mean, Reeves was so good that he looked like the best player on the Lakers. Like, I mean, better than LeBron James. That's how good he was, and better than AD. He looked like the star of his team. If you didn't know any better, you probably would have thought he was the star of the team. I have a few comments here. What's up, hip-hop analyst? Yo! They might still get rid of him. You're referring to Anthony Davis? Yeah, I mean, if he can't stay healthy, I mean, I feel like every time the dude hits the floor, I'm sitting there closing my eyes. You know, I'm covering my eyes, hoping that he is not severely injured. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that he won't be sidelined for a long period of time. I mean, because that's what usually happens when Anthony Davis goes down with an injury. He misses a significant amount of time, and you don't see him for about 2 or 3 months. You know, and that's not a good sign for the Lakers. What's up, Rod? Lakers in 5 games. Wow, Lakers in 5 games. I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope the Lakers do end this series rather quickly and not extend the series, because they don't want that. Again, those guys gonna need rest. AR is the truth. Yes, he is. What's up, Coach Dante? What's up, my man? Coach in the building. Yeah, man. But I mean, you know, with the stakes so high, it was nice to see the Lakers play this phenomenal. I mean, it was exceptional play from Austin Reeves, Hachimura, all these guys, man, and they showed up. They showed up and played. And the real thing, the real thing is this. This can wind up being a year that the Lakers return to glory. Come to think of it, this could be the year that the Lakers shocked the world, because a lot of people have written the Lakers off. A lot of people have already counted the Lakers out. Hell, a lot of people didn't even have the Lakers reaching the playoffs. The Lakers, in reality, the Lakers are not supposed to be here. But the Lakers are here, and they're showing the world right now that they belong. Because today's win, to me, sent a loud statement across the league. It really sent a loud statement across the league. The Lakers are for real, and you better not sleep on this Laker team, because they came to play. They came to play. And they're playing on a big stage with some of the brightest stars and against one of the best teams with one of the brightest stars. You know, so again, it won't be easy. But this Lakers team, man, don't count them out just yet, because LeBron and AD are surrounded by better and more skilled players than what they were when the year started. And now they're racking up, well, Anthony Davis is racking up better numbers. I feel like the role players around them has had an effect on their game. And Anthony Davis, I mean, we've seen it this season. We've seen Anthony Davis drop 40 points, 30 points a game. And then we've seen games where he is so pedestrian, or we've seen games where he is so lackluster and he only scores 10 points or doesn't even finish with double-digit points. And you're like, what the hell happened? Why aren't you scoring? Why aren't you dropping 40 points? Why are you dropping only 10 or 12 points? Because sometimes Anthony Davis can be passive as well. He can be a bit soft at times, but when he is healthy and when he is locked in, he can be an unstoppable force. We've seen it. We've seen it during stretches of the season where he goes on this offensive tear and he puts on the shooting clinic, and nobody has an answer for him. No one can stop him. Like, he's almost impossible to stop. We've seen that with Anthony Davis. So we know what Anthony Davis is capable of. We know how talented of a player he is. But there's some nights where he's playing scared. And if he doesn't play scared, and if he plays aggressively and stays healthy, Lakers are a dangerous team. Lakers will be very hard to beat, but it's going to have to be the Anthony Davis show. It's going to have to be the Anthony Davis show for sure. And I don't know. I have a lot of faith in the Lakers now. Suddenly I do. I believe in this Lakers team. What's up, Scotty? Scotty says, Warriors fan here, but congrats on y'all big win today. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time out of your night to watch. Like I said, to start the show, I know there's a variety of podcasts out there, and there's a lot of people doing this. And, you know, I'm not the only one who's podcasting, and I know there's a lot of talented names out there. So I thank you guys so much for watching these shows. And also, you guys, if you guys want to keep up with me and you guys want to follow my content, you guys know where to find me. You guys can find me right here. If you're watching from Facebook, this is my sports page, The Sports Judge. Like and follow. And you guys can also follow me on YouTube too. I'm on YouTube. This is also streaming from YouTube Live right now, so you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep up with me there. I can't thank you guys enough. Without you guys, none of this is possible. It's been a fun 50 minutes with you guys, man. I just came on to chat Lakers basketball. I know I got a huge Laker following, so I thought that I would chat for a little bit with you Laker fans. And thank you guys again for taking the time out of your night and for letting me dominate your computer screen for the time being, for letting me hijack your computer screen for about an hour, almost an hour into this. But yeah, it's been a blast, guys. I'm about to wrap it up now. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will most likely do a video talking about the Celtics. I will post it to my TikTok, and it will also be featured in the short video section on my YouTube channel as well. I want to talk about the Celtics, and then I might also talk about the Knicks and Jalen Brunson, because I think Jalen Brunson is unbelievably underrated. So I'll talk about that as well. That and more very soon on my TikTok and of course, my YouTube channel. But till next time, you guys take care of yourselves. You guys have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you guys when I see you guys again. And thank you guys for joining me for an episode of Lakers Talk with your boy, The Sports Judge. I am checking out of here now. You guys take care of yourselves. Peace.